Hey, people, hope you're having a wonderful day. This is my top 5 decks that are worth investing to in 2025 if you're a new player to Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Um, there's several decks that you can buy within the shop. A lot of them are quite terrible. Um, as you can see, I've bought most of them. However, I feel like these can be a bit of a trap. The tier 1 meta right now requires you to buy several ultra rares, so that might be unmanageable. However, there are decks within the system that are quite good. Top deck that I would actually recommend if you still have it or have access to it would obviously be Sword Soul if you still have it. So if you were able to get this is like one of the most easy, most inexpensive decks that you could ever purchase. It definitely is one of the best decks to have, but a lot of people don't have that. A lot of people are doing the login campaign, which I do have a video if you don't have the login campaign thing. Um, but this deck is extremely expensive to even invest into, and I actually would never actually recommend people trying to build Albaz from the get-go. It's quite unintuitive. So yeah, number 5 would be Sword Soul. It's definitely a very straightforward deck that anyone can learn quite intuitively. It's like old school Yu-Gi-Oh levels of easy. But yeah, that would be my first one. Um, Next one would be True Dracos. So there is literally only one ultra rare in this. Everything else is interchangeable. But this is a very easy deck to learn and get into. There's a few super rares. Some of the cards I think actually you get with the Monarchs part of the solo mode. But yeah, this is definitely a very easy deck to get into. Um, Look into True Dracos. Very inexpensive. It actually does better without an extra deck, as you can see here. So you don't even have to buy an extra deck. You can just go play True Dracos. It's a very good deck. Um, so number 2 would be True Dracos. Next one would be, I would say, Blue Eyes. The new pack for Blue Eyes is serviceable. If you were starting out with Blue Eyes, for example, and you're wanting to get into it, you wouldn't be like bad for doing so, if you know what I mean. But there still is quite a lot of ultra rare staples that you will need to invest into, and there's a certain degree of RNG to it. So if you buy like 3 Blue Eyes decks and then just keep buying the Blue Eyes pack whilst it's still in rotation, you could probably come out with something that is playable, and it's Blue Eyes, and everyone knows Blue Eyes to a degree. You can learn Blue Eyes, you know. Um, Next one would be Salads. So this is a deck that I actually play. You get most of these cards from the Salad structure deck, and yeah, it's pretty intuitive. Everything else is a staple or something, you know. So if you're looking for an easy deck to get into, get Salads. Definitely one of the better ones. And as you can see, this is my deck list here. Uh, but other than that, so number 4 would be Salads. Honorable mentions would be Dragon Maid. Very easy deck. I don't think there's going to be any support anytime soon. I think maybe some support's coming out in the year, but is pretty limited in what it can do. And what it can do requires a lot of engines to even be playable. Shiranui, um, definitely not the best deck in the world, but you got a lot of parts of it from the solo mode structure decks that you can get in the game. So you can get the Shiranui structure deck, and then you can buy the Undead Glory structure deck. But you're going to need more than that to get this up and running. You'll probably need like 50 cards or 60 cards with the grass is greener, etc. very inconsistent and a very out of date deck, but I think it is still it's still you still get enough cards for it to be sort of playable. Um, Dark Magician I wouldn't invest into. Blaze of Albaz I wouldn't invest into. And the last one would probably be Ninjas. Ninjas is a very tech skill. It's skill dependent, very luck dependent deck, I would say. But there's several content creators that make content for Ninja Guides. I would say one of my favorite is Jesse Perez. He's one of my subscribers actually. He is generally a really nice guy, and Jesse Cotton always talks about the how good this deck is. I've been given tons of compliments on my ninja deck. But yeah, it's very serviceable, very cheap. The cards that you need are like very few ultra rare staples that you're probably gonna use in other decks. So definitely ninjas is one of the ones that you want to look into. Anyway, this has been my guide on decks to invest into in 2025. The other ones that you could get, you will need to go full haul. I would say go get the Fiendsmith engine, which if you're going ground up, it's definitely going to be a part of decks from here on out. And the pack that it is in is this Forbidden Liberated. The other archetypes in this one aren't that great. There's Exodia, but to make Exodia effective is quite difficult, I would say. And dual experts, there's lots of staples in here. But anyway, this has been my top 5 decks that I would recommend investing into if you're a new player. Let me know if this has been helpful, and I hope you guys have a lovely day.